Hello, and welcome to this edition of School Notes. I'm Jure Bolton. The weather has been so cold recently. Everyone has been bundled up, hiding underneath winter clothing. We are going to introduce you to some young ladies at Syms Middle School who have been dressing up for success. Producer Krista Campbell shares their story.
A new club called Miss Elite started at Syms Middle School earlier this school year and is already impacting the lives of young female club members. Tara Cadogan, an 8th grade teacher, started the club, and she's also one of the Miss Elite Club sponsors.
Get up and walk that ball.
Cadogan carried over the idea for the club from her experience as a teacher in Georgia. The club's purpose is to teach young girls patience, how to dress to impress on a budget, and to create a sense of sisterhood and acceptance. Dressing up is changing their behavior.
They're smiling more, they're giving compliments to each other, they're giving compliments to teachers, and they're just being a lot more polite.
Recently, the girls were assigned to complete tasks such as helping a teacher, dressing up, and passing their benchmark tests. For 2 weeks, teachers and staff signed a task list when the students completed an assignment.
It's showing you how to become a lady and showing you that not everything is about fashion. I mean, your attitude can get you far. You don't need to have a bad attitude. A great attitude, you don't need to have cute clothes or anything, but just being yourself and having a smile on your face every day can get you far.
Today we're having an open forum where they can ask questions that they're not probably going to ask their parents or they don't want to ask their teachers. It's anonymous, so they can ask whatever they want, and then this way they feel like it's less stress.
Cadogan said she had received emails from teachers at Syms who give her positive feedback about the students in the Miss Elite Club. Aviana Ash is an 8th grader and president of the club. She said she has encountered some challenges along the way. The support of the club sponsors helped turn her around.
Our club leaders are wonderful.
Can you tell me about them?
Well, Miss Cadogan, that's my mother. She's very nice. Miss Beck, I like her because she is very real. And Miss Erswaller, I've always liked her. Well, in my position, I have messed up a little bit, but I've been told I'm not president because I'm pretty or whatever else. I'm president because they see something good in me. So.
Miss Elite is a club where young girls are learning what it means to be young ladies. It also provides a place where they can ask questions without judgment. Reporting for School Notes, I'm Krista Campbell.
In case you were wondering, ELITE stands for Exceptional Ladies in Transition for Excellence. Hampton City Schools distributed nearly 500 iPads to 5th and 7th grade students at an event held at Syms Middle School. The goal of the initiative is to eventually provide the technology to every 5th and 7th grade student within the division.
How about this one? Does that look familiar?
This is awesome. Like, I never think this would ever happen before, so that's really cool. Really, really cool. Technology is taking over the world. I do believe that it will help us with our schoolwork. I think that it will help us so we won't have to carry that much stuff around. I believe that it will, instead of having to carry 5 notebooks or composition books around, we can all carry one iPad.
We're very excited about the opportunity to implement the mobile device here in Hampton City Schools. It allows our children to be able to work digitally both at home and in the classroom, and it is in close collaboration with our City Council who provided the funding for this initiative, and we will be rolling this out in grades 5 and 7 over the next several years with the goal of putting a device in every child's hand in grades 5 through high school within the next few years.
Well, I know that we have to take a lot of books back, and for to school it would lighten up our backpacks, and we can access it without leaving any books home, and we can have our homework right there when we need it. We can check up updated assignments, and we can also put apps that will help us with our homework or help us study or I guess help us take our tests.
One of the things that our teachers have been working on, and these are the teachers that will be using the iPads in their classrooms. They have been preparing of different ways to engage students. Students, we're trying to get away from the pencil and paper aspect and go green and have students really use these tools as a creativity tool to enhance their learning and to engage them.
I am just thrilled and excited that the students have this opportunity. I am so proud to be a parent of a Hampton City School student in the initiatives that Hampton has taken and forged with introducing technology to the students and to the school division. I appreciate the fact that students are receiving personalized instruction on using the technology and not just the games and the things that they are able to navigate and find on their own. They're learning the proper way to use the technology, and also, of course, it will benefit them instructionally and educationally. I also applaud the teachers for taking on this opportunity, as it is a huge undertaking for all of the staff to also stay current and on top of technology in order to be able to introduce these opportunities to the student.
50 classrooms participating in the pilot are spread throughout the division's elementary and middle schools and were chosen by a selection committee from a pool of teachers who volunteered for the project. For the last 17 years, Ms. Trina McLean, a business teacher at Phoebus High School, has organized a career fair for high school seniors. This year's event was open to all students to attend. Community businesses, colleges, and military representatives were available to talk to students about their career and college options.
Before I got here, I already kind of had an idea for a major, but they did tell me, like, kind of point me in the right direction.
I'm hoping they get the point that they need to prepare. That's why on the questionnaire that I have them fill out, they need to know what are their requirements, what are the SAT scores that you require, what's the GPA, so that hopefully they can now, even if they're not on the right track, get on track.
I just asked them like what opportunities are there and what I could probably do and what I need to do if I want to do that. And of course the financial thing to make sure before you jump into something to see what it costs.
I would say they get all kinds of skills, anywhere from interviewing to just being able to do a simple question and answer period.
Today I saw a lot of colleges and military. Yeah, I want to participate in criminal justice when I get older. It helped me open my eyes so I can know what I want to do when I get out of high school.
While students from Phoebus High School were getting a chance to consider their future, so were high school juniors throughout Hampton City Schools. The Youth Career Expo hosted students from all over the peninsula and gave them a chance to have a one-on-one interview with industry partners.
This is the 6th Youth Career Expo. Today we're bringing about 2,500 students here that are going to participate in our Youth Career Expo 2014. What they're going to be able to do today is go through a mock interview.
Today, everyone who has a resumes, resumes up. All right.
They're going to be able to participate in a business hall with over 70 of the major employers on the peninsula, and they're going to be able to participate in a workshop where they're actually going to be able to talk to business professionals about what they look for in the business world.
Basically, I went into a classroom and they showed me a few skills on what I need to know and how I need to react during an interview, how to dress, what to wear, when to be there, and basically all the skills you need to know. They did a really great job of basically pinpointing everything you need to know.
I was a little nervous at first, and then the ladies just told me to calm down.
The Chamber partners with the Peninsula Council for Workforce Development and 7 school divisions. We have done so, this is the 4th year. It is an award-winning collaboration. Actually, we received the State of Virginia's Department of Education Partnership Award 2 years ago, so it's really exciting to work with the Council for Workforce Development and my staff. First of all, from the Business Expo side, we get to expose them to the businesses that are in our area. We have them focused on worlds of opportunities such as finance, education, government, public safety, STEM-related, advanced manufacturing, so they see what's here. My staff handles the exhibit hall and the worlds of opportunities, the Business Expo, if you will, and the Workforce Development Council handles the soft skills, the job interviews, and the workshops. So it's a great collaboration, great partnership.
We'd like the students to get the experience that they're going to need when they go into the business world, from meeting with an employer, finding out what they look for in an employee, learning how to dress for success and how to actually present themselves as a professional in the world.
I learned about this program, on the internet. It's called LinkedIn, I believe. And it's basically a resume, and you can send it to future employers. And I think I'm going to do that when I get home.
I think the kids today probably don't really know what opportunities exist here, and that's what this is all about. It's a small step, but a great step in letting them know that this is a great place to live, work, and play.
I enjoyed the camaraderie about what we had in the auditorium and how we as high schoolers could get an idea of what the workforce is like.
The Virginia Peninsula Chamber of Commerce set up the Worlds of Opportunity exhibit, which was sponsored by Virginia U.S. Senator Mark Warner, who was also the honorary event chairman.
What I wanted to bring to the event was a focus on STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. That's the field where there's the fastest job growth in the country. It's a field where there is enormous amounts of higher pay, with NASA Langley and Jefferson Labs, and with our military presence across the peninsula. There's lots of job opportunities in STEM. And one of the things we've got to be careful of, too many of our kids, especially girls and children of color, kind of in middle school years, get intimidated by science or math and drop out. And that's, we just got to make sure people understand that these fields are open to everyone, and if you want to get a great job, great career, these are fields that you need to pursue. Doesn't mean you have to go to a four-year college as well. You can do it with community college, you can do it with career and technical training, but it's an area that I think should be on everybody's review place.
Recently, some middle schools received a visit from Virginia Commonwealth Attorney Anton Bell. Mr. Bell spoke to students at Syms Middle School about keeping a positive track in life.
Thank you. Good morning. Oh, that's kind of weak. Come on. Good morning. Good morning. All right, all right. My name is Anton Bell. I am the elected Commonwealth Attorney here in the city of Hampton. Well, I had the opportunity to speak to the students at Syms Middle School concerning making good choices in life. Talked a little bit about the criminal justice system, some examples of cases that I've seen, but more importantly about planning to succeed in life instead of just allowing life to happen. Well, I always get a good response because young people, they want someone to care. They want someone to hold them accountable. Young people really look for discipline. And so when you come in and you let them know, first of all, I care about you. I take time out. I don't wear a suit. I always wear jeans or something so that they're not distracted by the suit, because I want them to be able to feel like I can relate to him. I can understand what he's saying because he's talking about some things that I'm probably dealing with right now.
Do the right thing, to make better choices and not hang around the wrong people.
A person who fails to plan, plans to fail. Even now, if you fail to plan, you just plan to fail.
Just stay away from the wrong people and do the right things.
You're at a crossroad now. I'm about to challenge you. Either you are going to start making decisions that's going to create a pathway for your success, or you're going to start, or continue rather, making the same goofy, foolish, unwise choices that will lead to your destruction. It is your decision. But it's time for you to start thinking about your future, about your life.
Mr. Bell, our Commonwealth Attorney in Hampton, came to speak to our students about choices and how important the choices are that they're making today, how they will impact their life long term, how seemingly small decisions can have lifelong consequences. So I think kids really connected with him, and I think his his message resounded.
Mr. Bell was also the guest speaker at Jones Magnet Middle School's Ladies and Gentlemen's Club meeting. He delivered an inspirational talk to the club members by sharing his personal testimony of overcoming life's obstacles to achieve success. Sailors from the aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln returned to Cary Elementary to volunteer some more of their time to teachers and students. They were paired with students for some one-on-one mentoring time.
One of the things that we have going on today is the Valentine's Day celebration, 100th day of school, but we are most honored to have our volunteers from the USS Abraham Lincoln with us today. And we have about 23 volunteers, and they're volunteering in our classrooms, mentoring students, as well as helping out with a parent luncheon that we are having for Valentine's Day.
They're Navy, and they are helping me with my work, math, reading. And I thank them for helping me and helping everybody in the world.
Having people in the community, not just inside the school, but inside the community that can come and act as, adult mentors to the students, allow students to see people in the community that care about them, to see people in the community that, give time back, so that when they proceed and grow older, they want to volunteer as well. And not only that, but they get to see grown men and women who are doing something for their country and giving back to their community as well.
I've been working with a Navy guy. He helps me with my work. I've been doing my math and stuff.
This is the second time working with the students directly, and the kids have a fantastic response. They look forward to it. And this time we directly paired them with particular students, and they get to spend a chunk of time with them directly. So they're thrilled about having that buddy with them for the morning. So they reach out to us, and they're an excellent community partner. They come in, they provide lots of care for our kids and our building, and so we just appreciate them 100%.
Yorktown Victory Center visited 4th grade classrooms at many of our elementary schools. The outreach educators shared their knowledge about the individual soldiers and groups involved in the Battle of Yorktown. Students were engaged by dressing up and acting out roles of those who were involved with the battle.
And open this flap up and pull out one of your gunpowder mixtures.
We at the Jamestown Yorktown Foundation like to come out and educate students from all over Virginia. We follow Virginia SOLs to teach them about different periods of history, including Jamestown and Yorktown history. So we teach about early American history from 1607 all the way up to about 1800, just educating students about the way that life was and about important historical events, including the first permanent English settlement at Jamestown and the American Revolutionary War.
This was an awesome experience for my students today. It was a great lead-in to the American Revolutionary War. They have not been introduced to it yet.
Would stab them with the bayonet because they wouldn't use knives because that would probably take too long.
We learned about Yorktown. It was actually kind of fun. Thought it would be a little boring, but when we started learning about it, I had fun doing it.
Well, I absolutely love history, and I love educating children using unique hands-on artifacts and tools to be able to show them a unique perspective of history, but using very hands-on method. They get a lot of education through books and textbooks and through a lot of online tools, but we're able to actually bring the experience to them as if they were back 400 years ago, learning and getting the experience just as our colonists and the patriots would have.
And she also said that they had a chance to all get sick. Like if one person had the cold, like a cough or a cold, they would probably make somebody else sick, and then it would pass along to them. And if you didn't have water and somebody else in the tent had water, you would ask them for water, and they would say yes. That's also how diseases get passed by.
They were interactive with her, asking questions. It was just a spectacular presentation that was done today in the class, and students learned a lot. And I'm excited to teach them about the American Revolutionary War and can't wait to see how they do.
Next up, we share a story from Eaton Fundamental Middle School. Students had a blind date with a book and checked out books without seeing their covers. Librarian Lowry Bolt covered books in brown paper bags and wrote a description about the book. Students then selected their books based on what was on the inside.
I try to change out my displays every month to keep things kind of fresh and exciting for the students. And I spent a lot of time looking around on Pinterest. And I was looking around on Pinterest, actually, I believe it was in the summertime, and saw this idea and kind of packed it away for February because I thought it would be fun to do with the Valentine's Day tie-in.
I've gone through 3 books and each one is different than the last. That's what makes these so fun because each one is different. You don't know if it's nonfiction, fiction, or graphic. I like them. I mean, I read the little script and then when I think it's probably an awesome book, I pick it up and give it to Miss Bolt. And then I take it out the library and when I open it, I'm happy.
I started out, when I was looking for books to use, I started out using books that were new to our library, and then I started looking for books that needed loving, that, maybe kids hadn't checked them out. When they look at the covers, it didn't look that exciting, but as I perused the books, thought they felt, sounded rather interesting.
It was fun because I would never pick that book up if
all my friends are
I just saw it, because it just told me not to judge a book by its cover, and that books can be interesting even if it doesn't look like it.
Favorite story, I had a young lady that came in a couple weeks ago and asked what it was all about, and I explained it to her, and she picked a book, and my rule is they can't open it until they leave the library because I don't want them to think it's Christmas and they just open a million books and go, yeah, I don't want this one, I want that one, and that they have to at least try to read it. And she came back at the end of the school, literally came running in the doors with her hands waving the book saying, this is the best book I've ever read, and that makes it all worthwhile. If you can get 2 or 3 kids hooked into reading that weren't before, I've done my job.
The Hampton City Schools Honor Band and Chorus gave a special performance at Davis Middle School. Chorus students were selected by their teacher to be an honor chorus, and band students auditioned to be an honor band. We talked with students as they prepared for the big show.
This is made up of 84 students from all the different middle schools in the city of Hampton. All the middle school band students auditioned on January the 16th to be eligible to participate, and they were selected.
The tryout was really interesting, I was really nervous, and even though I already had done it, but the sight reading usually messes me up, and that's why I kind of stumbled a little bit, but I got back up.
It's quiet, it's really quiet. When I walked in the room, I was so nervous because of how quiet it was, and then the sight reading I kind of shook up on, but I still made it.
Well, we've got a variety of music that some of it has actually been composed by our guest conductor, who is Mr. Michael Orr. He is the director of bands at Great Bridge Middle School in Chesapeake, Virginia, and a very accomplished composer. He has one piece of music called Cassini's Rings that's actually about the rings around Saturn that he composed. And then the biggest thing about this event is he composed an arrangement of a piece called As Long as I Have Music, which is typically done for choir. But a great thing about this event is that we're combining the band and choir at the end of the event and using the composition he did and putting them together, so it's the first time for this.
I'm excited because it's going to be my first honor band concert and first time I got in, and all my family's going to be there, and I hope I do well.
They're going pretty smooth, they're pretty well. Everyone's having fun, everything's going pretty good.
Well, I play the tuba, and it's easy to play, but you have to put a lot of effort and air into it. Like, you have to keep on trying, and if you don't put enough air into it, it won't make the right noise.
We have about 70 students chosen from each of the 7 middle schools by their teachers. And they're having an incredible amount of fun and a lot of learning in the meantime.
Yes, very excited.
Tell me why.
Because it's a lot of people that you're singing in front of, and it's going to be more than district. And district was almost 500 people, and it's more than that, and it's nerve-wracking but awesome at the same time.
Our guest conductor for this year is the conductor here at Bethel High School. She is a native of Hampton. She graduated from Phoebus High School. She graduated from Hampton University. Karen Palmer is having a wonderful impact on the students here.
Well, she is more of a leader, and she tells us what to do, when to do it, and she makes sure we get it right so that we won't mess up in the concert. And we get it right because she tells us to repeat it several times, and then we finally get into it.
They're learning collaboration, they're learning teamwork, they're learning vocal focus, they're learning concentration.
It's been a long, grueling experience, but it has been really fun. I've learned a lot more, and I can finally get the scat in the jazz song. It's really fun.
Singing, like finding out that tenor was not just the high part, it's a lot of work.
There is a reason why we grill them over and over and over again. There's a reason, and then the moment that it clicks in them and they feel that surge of energy, and I've completed that phrase, I hit that note, wow, I can hear myself, I can hear other people around me. The look on their face it's half the battle. And it's worth it because the joy that they come away with is unattainable in any other class.
On another musical note, Miss Jennifer Murray, a music teacher at Langley Elementary School, has been named one of the Virginia Symphony Orchestra's favorite music teachers in Hampton Roads. She was nominated for the honor by the Langley Elementary parents, staff, PTA, and students. Murray has taught 14 years, with 12 of them at Langley. She sang professionally at the Virginia Opera for 10 years. The Virginia Symphony will honor Murray at their concert in March at the Ferguson Center for the Arts. Her name will be printed in the playbill from March 8th through June 14th, and she will be featured on the Virginia Symphony Facebook page during the month of March. Teachers had a division-wide professional development day while students were off. More than 1,600 staff members attended some form of training. Topics varied from how to deal with bullying for school counselors to learning how to incorporate a tablet in the classroom. Most training was specific to the teacher's subject area. Support staff from all over Hampton City Schools were on hand to help facilitate instruction for the day. Second graders from Forrest Elementary School hosted the school's annual economics market. There were over 150 people in attendance, and they sold special cookie treats, books, back massages, manicures, and temporary tattoos as the culmination of their unit on goods and services. PEG TV recently debuted a new show called Wired In. It's a television program to showcase the people who make things happen behind the scenes in Hampton City Schools. Wired In will bring you closer to school system happenings, policies, and current news. It's hosted by Diana Galata, Executive Director of Public Relations and Marketing. Stay tuned for new programs coming soon. Hampton City Schools reached the 100th day of school, and it was marked by students and staff dressing up as 100-year-olds or by class projects which included a 100th theme. We hope everyone is getting back into their routines after snow caused school cancellations. We've made up one day so far and want to remind you that the next makeup day is scheduled for April 21st. We'll leave you with some more photos from the 100th day of school. May your remaining school days be great. Thanks for joining us, and remember, it's every child, every day, whatever it takes.